I've got some really great hand stretches for you, and especially a stretch for your thumb, because I know in our digital world and all that texting and holding our phones now, I'm getting a lot more requests for stretches for the hands and stretches for some thumb mobility and even into the wrist. So this is going to be super quick and simple. These are movements that you can do throughout the day. I highly recommend doing it often, and especially if you find that your thumb, your fingers, and your hands are starting to get achy. So now the first thing that we want to do, and these are so simple and so accessible, the first one that we want to do is have the hands like this, and just, you can hold them up like you're trying to say stop, and then you're going to spread the hands as wide as they can go. And I want you to really get a sense of feeling that stretch between each of your fingers, so that you're really just getting this as much space between each of your fingers. And that's really the simplest one so far, just that. Okay, then shake that out. Notice how your hands feel. And then now the next thing we're going to do is play around with a little bit of movements. You can still hold your hands up like this, but you're not going to stretch them quite as far. But you're going to try to get your thumbs, and you're going to try to stretch your thumbs towards each other, and then up and down, and then front and back. And then up and down, front and back. And you might even feel that just doing this is fatiguing your hands, which is a good thing. Then we know your thumbs are needing this. Shake that out, and then let's go just see if we can get our index fingers. Some of your other fingers might try to help out, and that's fine too. And then try to get your middle fingers just moving, and then the ring fingers, and then the pinky fingers. Pretty simple, but this kind of isolated finger stretch is not something we probably do very often. So let's shake out those hands again. And then after that, now I like just to take the whole hand, like I'm holding something into a tray, and then I'm going to just gently grab a hold of my fingers like so, and then pull my fingers down. And not just pull my fingers straight down to the ground, but feel like you're first pulling the fingers away from your body and then down. Good. So your thumb is stretching out to the side when you do this. Your wrist is reaching up to the sky. Your hand is reaching up to the sky. And then shake that out. Notice how that hand feels compared to the other. Let's go to the other one. So again, I'm taking a hold of all four of my fingers. I'm pulling the fingers out, away, and down. So while I pull them out and away, while I'm pulling them down, I'm also pulling them away from each other. And you might notice the tendency for your thumb to want to curl inwards. And if it's doing that, then stretch your thumb away. And then release. And then another one we can do is taking your fingers in a reverse prayer like so. So the back of the hands together, thumbs facing forward, and just bring them into your chest here. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, and then slide the hands, and you're only going to bring the hands down as far as you can. Keep the back of the wrists back of the hands together. And then, as always, you're letting those thumbs stretch forward. Relax your shoulders. Good, and then shake out the wrists. Already just doing that might have felt a difference. But now let's address the thumb, because the thumb is one of again, that texting thumb. Now, we'll do two stretches for the thumb. The first one, I like to think of this like you're hitching a ride, right? You got your thumbs up, you grab a hold of that thumb like a joystick, and then you just move it manually around like so. It's pretty simple, just getting that thumb. You're not trying to move it into pain, you're just getting a little bit of mobility. Let's do the other thumb. See how you could do these at work, watching TV. Hopefully you're doing it with me right now. All right, notice that. Take a moment. How do the thumbs feel? Now the last thing we're going to do with the thumb is I like to just do a little bit of a hand massage. So you've got the big fleshy mound of your thumb here. You can so if you're holding your hand like this, you can take your other thumb into that fleshy mound and just start to press in. And as you start to press in, you're going to probably find different spots that might feel a little bit more tender, and those are the good places. Those are the places we want to spend a little bit of time. And I also like to simultaneously take the other hand, so I've got my thumb right in that fleshy mound of the thumb of my other thumb, and then my index finger into the webbing here on the other side, and even just gently pinching, but pinching with love, pinching with in a way that you're giving a nice little bit of a massage. And so this is just going to be more intuitive. This is more of a guideline. What feels good. You might start to, as you start doing this, you might start going, oh, maybe the rest of my palm wants a nice little massage. And then what can also feel good is taking your thumb and then massaging into your forearm and finding the fleshy parts of the forearm so that we can, because there's muscles that are connected from your forearm into your hand. So it's nice to connect all of those together with that self-massage. Okay, let's try that to the other thumb. So find, and it will be interesting and not surprising if you find one hand, one part of the thumb a little bit more tender than the other one. Totally normal. We use our hands differently if we're left-handed, if we're right-handed, right? We use one hand a little bit more than the other. You might text more with one hand. Again, so this is just intuitive. You don't need much more instruction beyond this, just to really feel and then let it be intuitive. Let your thumb, fingers find other parts of the hand, bring that massage. You can even go into with your whole hand, get a nice grip. Oh, that feels good. It's funny how much we use our arms and our hands, but how often we don't give that love back into them. So this is just a really nice thing to do daily. Okay, my hands feel really good. How do your hands feel? If you like this, leave a comment below. I love these simple hand stretches. Feel free to share them with people. Feel free to press subscribe, all the usual stuff. But really, most of all, make sure that you do these often. Have a fabulous hand, happy day, everyone.